what it do, gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.
What's up, guys? What is up? This is Big Dog in the house once again with another podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna keep multiplying and duplicating everything and just going and going and going. But first, before we do that, we need to thank the Lord that we are alive to live another day, because tomorrow's never promised, as always. Let's get right to it. This one is emotion number 1 and emotion number 2. Emotion number 1, ego. What's emotion number 2? Low self-esteem. There's a lot of things that go into emotions, a lot of variables, but we're just going to use these 2 today. Tomorrow we'll do another emotion, and we'll go from there. Emotion number 1, ego. Everyone thinks they have one. Let me kick the shit to you real quick. Everyone who has an ego and shows their fucking ego is fake. That's the person most likely to have low self-esteem, because he or she built their ego so high that they act like Mr. Macho Man or her shit doesn't stink, yada, yada, yada. And in reality, showing off that persona wherever they go, we'll use the gym for an example. So, come to the gym, you come in some nice little tight shorts with a nice little booty, nice boobies, you know, you act like your shit doesn't stink, your ego's so high, you do your little pictures, your videos, you post them on social media, you act like everybody loves you, everybody follows you, everybody likes you. Nobody even knows you. Do you think just because 1 million people like you on Instagram or social media that they know you? They don't even have a clue who you are. They're looking at your pictures or your videos because they think that's who you are. You're portraying a persona that is not true. That's not who you really are. But it's an act. And in reality, your self-esteem is so low down to the ground that you're always alone. You're by yourself. I mean, look at some of these girls' social medias. Just like look at some of these guys' social medias. When have you seen them with a partner? When have you seen them in a relationship? When have you seen them with anyone? It's all about themselves. It's all about me, I. And then when it comes to reality, if it is a girl and she is alone, it's because a guy doesn't want to be with a superficial girl, doesn't want to be with a plastic, doesn't want to be with a high maintenance. Like I said in the last podcast, who the hell wants to be with a girl that's high maintenance? Are you fucking crazy? Hell no. But unfortunately, there is that one loser or one person that is like that. Most likely, when they are like that, it's because either the woman's older and the man is younger, and that's why they're like that. So they play with him like a little boy toy. Because in reality, I was talking to girls today, and we were talking about that. I was talking to women. And I asked them, how old are you? I'm 35, I'm 37, I'm 38. Do you have kids? Yes. All of them, they all have kids. Is your ego to the roof? And then they say, no, I have a high ego, but in a good standard. I have a high ego because I believe in myself. I have to believe in myself. I have to be strong for my kid. I have to be, that driven woman because I know that I can do it. I'm passionate. I have a good husband by my side. So my ego is up there, but I don't show it. So I'm humble. So there's 2 different types of egos. And then after I asked them that question, they were like, any woman that dates a younger man is an idiot. And I said, I agree with you. No older woman that has kids that's almost to the person's age that is roughly around that age should be with a younger person. unless they're just playing with them, little boy toys, just having fun, yada, yada, yada. Normally, when I asked these women, there was about 6 of them. I asked these women, they said, I want to be with a man that's educated. I want to be with an older man, someone who has a good job, a good head on their shoulders, someone who has an education, and the list goes on. But then you get these people, this girl and this guy, girls and guys that when their egos are up that high, in reality, they don't believe in themselves. I mean, shit. I had low self-esteem. I asked God to give me 12 inches and he didn't give me that big of a size. I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. You see, but like that, jokes are jokes. We're having fun. I asked for 12 inches and he didn't give it to me. But you know what? I got to do what I got to do. I got to live what I got to live. That's it. Period. So having a high ego in a good way is that I believe in myself. I believe that I'm driven. I believe in the goals that I'm set out to do. I believe in what I'm capable of doing. I know that I can set this goal and accomplish it. That's the type of ego that I'm sure of myself. But I don't go and act like I'm a macho man and my shit doesn't stink and watch out. And I go to fancy restaurants and I spend $600 on a meal. You're an idiot because now you're broke. Can you imagine that every week you wait to go out and then your check is all gone because that's what you got paid? It's at zero. Jesus. Oh my God. But your ego's high because I got a hot chick and you can't even afford her. And that's what I mean about ego. You got some of these guys that the same thing. They act like their shit doesn't stink. And I've talked about these different things in these podcasts. And, like I said, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I'm being, vulgar. And I said, the pussy has power, and at the end of the day, the woman makes the decision whether she wants to be with you, whatever she wants to do, just like we were talking about. Not everything in life is about making, we'll say it's not about having sex. And then you're going to go ahead and say, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because your ego's so high and I can get this woman. I can get that woman. You're full of shit. You can't get this woman and you can't get that woman, period. Because she's the one who has to unfortunately allow you to get her. And she's the one who says yes or no. So take that macho man shit, take that ego and stick it in your ass because it's not true. I'd rather deal with a person that has low self-esteem because I can build their self-esteem up. I can tell them how great they are. I can tell them how phenomenal they are. I can motivate them and guide them in the right direction and tell them what they're doing wrong and what they should do better. And that is what you want from a person because you can build up their self-esteem so that they can believe in themselves and they can have a strong ego with themselves, not pronounce it, show it to the world, show it to everybody. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. But there's a lot of people that are like that, unfortunately. And then you get burned because you know why? Because people write messages, people send messages. Now that we have social media, you're going to get burned, when you show off and you say things or you do things, just have fun. Go out. You don't have to announce to the whole entire world what you're doing, what restaurant you went to, because unfortunately, nobody really cares. Some people are going to say you're a dumbass because you take me to a restaurant and I get the same steak over here. This steak costs $1,000, but I'm honest. I went to Moro Caso and I had a pan con vite and I was fucking happy. I was phenomenal. That shit cost me only $4 or $5 and I was living life. It is what it is, bro. It's not always about spending that money because once it's all gone, then you ain't got nothing to show for it, But that's going to be a different topic. That's going to be a different emotion that we're going to talk about. So let's stick to the task that we are at right now with our ego and our low self-esteem. But it is true. Everyone always has that. So even some people, when they have low self-esteem and you build their self-esteem up and they start doing great and they start making money and they start growing, their ego starts to portray who they really are. You see, they really didn't have a low self-esteem. The problem is they didn't have the right person or people to push them into the direction because they really always had a high ego because in their mind, they said, when I get money, when I get this, when I get that, I'm going to do this, that, A, B, C, E, F, G. I'm going to do all these things and I'm going to drive this car and I'm going to have this girl and I'm going to live in this apartment or I'm going to live in this house and I'm going to do this. And my ego is going to be to the roof because all the people who didn't believe in me now can believe in me. Oh my God. Did you just hear what you just said? So you were just an asshole. That's what I call them. You were just an asshole from point blank one. Just because you started from the bottom. Oh, what? That's right. Started from the bottom. We all do. We all start from the bottom. And then we grow and then we rise. But we got to learn how to be humble So add that into your ego and low self-esteem. No matter which one, always stay humble. That is the key phrase here. No matter how high you grow, no matter how much money you make, it doesn't mean a damn thing, because one day you're here and one day you're not. One day you got it all, one day you lose it all. Period. Point blank. So I'm going to leave it right there. I hope you enjoyed talking about ego, because a lot of us have it, or we didn't have it and now we did get it, and then we had to get knocked back down so that we can come to realization of that we needed to stay humble. So I don't know which one you are, and I don't know, where you stand or how you feel. And I hope that if you do listen to this, you need to lower that ego, because people can see it. And if you have low self-esteem, you need to talk to somebody. But when you do get to the top, don't build up that ego that it explodes your fucking head and it goes to your brain and you think that you're unstoppable and invincible, because none of us are invincible, period. We all get knocked down. Somebody always comes along with a bigger axe and chops down that fucking tree. This is Big Dog kicking you the real deal. Like I always like to leave you, bada boom, bada bang, chicka chung, chicka chang, and I'm out this mother flower. Boom.
Giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks. Keep it authentic. It's time to turn up. Yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.